Hey guys, what's up? So in this video, we're gonna be comparing Paladins versus Overwatch 2. Now before I start, I just want to say, this is just me comparing which one does this better, which one does that better, and basically telling you guys what I love in both games. I'm basically just sharing my opinion, and let me know down in the comments below if you guys agree with me or not. So this is Paladins versus Overwatch 2. And let's start with the most obvious thing ever. Obviously, Overwatch is more polished than Paladins. Overwatch 2 is just by far more polished and less buggy than Paladins. Overwatch is actually playable and less laggy, meanwhile in Paladins...
Oh, hello? Bro, I hit him! Oh no. No!
I feel like in Paladins I got an AFK player every other game. And you can't even leave mid-game. In Overwatch, if there's an AFK or someone is showing your game, you can literally just leave mid-game because there's not gonna be any penalty. And you will get a new player if someone leaves. Obviously, that's only in casuals. You cannot do this in ranked. But in Paladins, if there's someone AFK or someone is showing your game, you're gonna have to wait until the game is over. So this is definitely a win for Overwatch. Now let's talk about Paladins. This is my favorite thing in Paladins, which is talents. Yes, this is also one of the most obvious one. This is the reason why Paladins is so fun. The way you can just play different kinds of playstyles with each champion is just amazing. You guys know in Overwatch 2 you can play damage Moira. If you guys didn't know, Moira is a support hero in Overwatch. Well, in Paladins you can literally play a support as a damage. Yes, there's a talent that makes a support a damage, and we're not gonna end it there. There's literally tanks that can heal. There's tanks that can heal with a specific talent. This is just one of the reasons why I love Paladin so much. In Overwatch, the character will just always be the same. It just depends who's playing it better. You cannot play Genji as a healer, for example, and let's be honest, where's the fun in that? Okay, so let's talk about Overwatch again. If we're comparing lore, Overwatch will obviously win this round. Overwatch lore is just superior. In Overwatch, they even make cinematics for them, and the cinematics are just amazing. You will really love the characters more in Overwatch because they put so much time and effort just to make the lore, and the characters fit so well in the Overwatch realm. In Paladins, and the lore is like mediocre at best, and the latest character in Paladins, Kazumi, doesn't even look like it belongs in Paladins. And yes, they do make cinematics for Paladins as well, but let's be honest, it's not as good as Overwatch cinematics. So let's talk about Paladins again. Another thing that I love about Paladins is the loadout/build feature. It's basically the same with the talent feature. This time you can make a loadout for each character. You want to have a reduced cooldown build? Yes, you can do that. You want to have a damage reduction, more health cards? Yes, you can do that as well. There's so many cards that you can choose from, and it's so fun building one. In Overwatch, yet again, the character will just always be the same. It just depends who plays it better. So definitely in Paladins, characters are just a bit more fun to use because you can play them like differently. In Overwatch, they will just always be the same. I would definitely say Paladins characters are a bit more fun than Overwatch 2. Now this is a feature that Paladins doesn't have. In Overwatch, you can swap heroes mid-game. Now in Overwatch, if you're getting countered, you can just always swap characters. And if you're playing bad, you can also just swap characters. So for example, you cannot aim with Widowmaker. It's not your game. You're like, okay, well, let me just play someone that is a bit more easier to play. Like for example, Soldier, for example. Or you're playing a support and you don't want to play a support, you can play as a tank if you want to, or a damage. In Paladins, you can't really swap characters. If you're getting countered in Paladins, you do have an item system, which I'm gonna talk about it soon enough. But yeah, if you're playing bad in Paladins, you're just gonna have to deal with it. You cannot swap, you have to wait for the game to end. Overwatch wins this one, obviously. So speaking of items, in Paladins, you can't swap heroes like I said, but you have items. For example, your support is not healing you, you can buy kill to heal or life rip. Your reload time is very slow in your opinion, you can buy defense. Talents, loadouts, and items are definitely the reason why Paladins is just so much fun in my opinion. Now in Overwatch, it kind of makes sense why they don't have items feature because I feel like the game is gonna be very different and it might be broken if they actually do add this, especially because you can literally just swap characters anytime. I highly doubt they're gonna add something like this in Overwatch. Now let's talk about ranked. In Overwatch ranked, there's role queues. Now this is probably my favorite thing that they did in Overwatch. There's gonna be less people throwing your games because they have to play a specific role. And if you say, well, I don't like role queues, what if I'm a flex player? I like to play other roles. Well, there's an open queue for you and you can play in there if you want to. In Paladins, they don't really have role queues, so there's a lot more throwers in Paladins, especially because there's 4 roles in Paladins, so there's gonna be a lot of people playing damage and flanks. I also don't think they're gonna add this in Paladins because if we're comparing Overwatch and Paladins, there's a lot more people playing Overwatch, obviously. And if they add this in Paladins, the queue time will be a bit more longer. But yeah, this feature is gonna be so nice if they add this in Paladins, but maybe not soon enough. Maybe in the future they're gonna add it. Now this is the thing that I love in Paladins Ranked, the banning system. Now in Paladins there's a total of, I actually forgot how many characters. I'm gonna put it in the screen right now, but there's a lot of characters in Paladins. So it makes sense why there's a ban system, and you can ban up to 3 characters. And that's only for your team to ban. The other team can also ban 3 characters, so a total of 6 characters can get banned. I really like this because if there's a broken character, you can literally just ban them, like as simple as that. In Overwatch, there's less characters. I feel like in Overwatch, they're probably gonna include this soon enough. They don't have to ban 6 characters. They could literally just ban, like, I don't know, 2 for each team, so you can ban 4. This is gonna be so good for Overwatch because especially in this current meta, at the time of making this video, Zarya and Sombra are like really strong right now, even Sojourn. So I really wish I can ban those in Ranked. Like, imagine just how easy you can climb in Overwatch if you can ban these characters. Probably not, actually. That's probably in my dreams. I'll be stuck in Bronze 5 forever, dude. Now this doesn't matter that much, but it's definitely a lot better than Paladins. In Overwatch, the custom games are just way better. There's so many things that you can do in Overwatch customs. There's Genji Ping Pong, which is like one of my favorites. There's Ana Sleep, which is all you do in that game mode is literally just sleep and yeet. And then there's a random game modes where your character is just so massive for whatever reason. In Paladins, they did introduce a new custom game where you can like increase your movement speed, reduce your cooldowns, which is a lot of fun. I'm actually glad that they added this, but if we're comparing which one does better, Overwatch wins this one for sure. Now this is for the people who love skins. Now I wish Overwatch does this. In Paladins you can mix skins. I really wish Overwatch does this anytime now. For example, you really like a skin in Paladins but you don't like the weapon, well, you can just change the weapon. In Overwatch, yeah, you're just stuck. If you like a skin but you don't like the weapon skin, yeah, you're just stuck in Overwatch. It is what it is. You cannot really do anything. For example, me, I really love the weapon for Reaper. I think it's called the Dracula skin. The weapon on that skin is so nice, but the skin itself is like, it's okay, it looks nice, but like I wish I can use the weapon skin in other skins. Now this is for the tryhard people out there. Overwatch League still exists. If you want to be a pro, Paladins is not for you. Like, they don't do that anymore. Paladins used to have a pro scene, but I don't know what happened. But yeah, if you want to be a pro, you're definitely playing Overwatch, dude. In Paladins, it's like, it's just more of a casual game now. Like, if you want to play serious in Paladins, you just play ranked. But I really wish Paladins does this again though, because it's actually entertaining whenever you watch pro players like just battling there. So if we're comparing golden skins, Paladins definitely wins this one. It's also just easier to get golden skins in Paladins. In Paladins, you can get a golden skin just by playing the character. You don't have to play ranked, you just play the character. And when you reach level 50 with the character, then you have the golden skin. And in Paladins, you get a golden weapon and a golden skin. In Overwatch, you have to play ranked to get the golden skin, which is, if you don't want to play ranked, well, too bad. And the worst part, you only get a golden weapon skin in Overwatch. I'm not saying the golden skins are bad in Overwatch, but Paladins definitely does it better. Now this is not in Overwatch yet, but PvE is coming to Overwatch. I just cannot wait to play this one. You know damn well I'm gonna make videos for this. I'm gonna complete the story from the start to ending. You just know I'm gonna do that right now. If you don't want to play the real game, you just want to chill with your friends, you can play the story game. In Paladins, I doubt they'll ever do a story game. Maybe in the future, like far future, but I doubt they're gonna do it anytime soon. But imagine if Paladins actually has a story game. I feel like that's gonna be so sick. So obviously Overwatch wins this one, even though it's not in the game yet, but it's coming soon, that's for sure. Now, this doesn't matter that much, but I just want to include it. In Paladins, you can have mounts. In Paladins, when you die, you can get in battles so fast. You don't have to walk, especially if your character doesn't have like any movement ability. Every character in Paladins can have a horse, and you can just get in battles as soon as possible. In Overwatch, for example, you're playing Roadhog, yeah, have fun walking, dude. Like, just have fun walking. So, with that, do you guys agree with me or not? If I forgot something, let me know down in the comments below. And of course, this is just my opinion. This is just me comparing Paladins and Overwatch, so do not take it personally. Well, that's it for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. See ya.